name is Isidro Garza, and I am testifying against the bill, representing Texas LULAC. There's a testimony that's already been written, submitted by our state director, Ms. Lupe Torres. And I also represent...
Let me ask you, because, okay.
And I also represent Cesar Chavez Legacy and Educational Foundation.
Okay.
And that testimony has also been submitted by the director, Jaime Martinez. And I'd like to start off by something that I think that we can all agree on. And that is that legislature has a history of unintended consequences. One of those unintended consequences of this particular bill is fear. I'm a Texas Aggie, mechanical engineer. My family has been here before United States was United States, documented back to 1500s in Texas, what we now know as Texas. My son also was in your seat some years back. And having set that status, I fear for my kids and grandkids. But the attitude that's being spread in this last year in particular against Hispanics, against immigrants, this here is another layer of that fear that I have for my grandkids. That though it's not your intent, but an unintended consequence is that there will be some officers. They're going to stop my grandkid for having done something, and maybe he gets arrested. And knowing that he has been here before they were here, they're going to ask him what his citizenship is. I don't think that's right. Another unintended consequence is that it has now been interpreted, this bill has been interpreted as being cutting right through racial, that it is a white and an Hispanic issue. A lady was standing right next to me in line to come up here. An Anglo lady, happened to be Republican. And she says, look, I don't care how many people are in front of us and how much rally you're doing. We already have the votes. I said, who has the votes? The white Republicans that we have here that are going to make the decision for us. You know what? I don't agree with her at all, because I don't see a box over there where you all turned in your conscience as you walked into this court. I know that you all will let the conscience lead you and guide you. Make sure that if you look at those people, the very few people that have testified for the bill have been Anglo. Don't let this partisan, don't let this racial divide enter into our dialogue. And I ask that each one of you use your conscience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dude.
I appreciate
it. Thank you. That was him.
Yeah,
that was him.
Mr. Chairman, Isidro is Timoteo Garza's father, our former colleague.
Is that right?
Our classmate back in 2003. Thank you for testifying.
Good evening. My name is Jalen Castro. I represent myself, and I am in an organization called Faith in Texas. I'm 11 years old. I'm in the 5th grade, a U.S. citizen, and the youngest of a family of 4. I am here to tell everyone that has the power to create laws, like you, the members of this committee, that I am against this before and how it affects my family and me personally. My parents work hard all day, and my dad sometimes until late at night. My dad works very hard to get me and my family what we need for life. For example, my dad has a job from 8 to 5, and he still finds extra jobs after 5 to help pay for the stuff we need. I'm always worried when when I go to school that whenever I come back home, he may not be there because ICE took him. I don't want police to help ICE because that would mean my dad is in danger and he can get taken away for a traffic violation. I want all human beings to get along and not judge others by their skin color nor their race, because the only thing that you should judge a person is by their heart. My dad came to the U.S. when he was only 16 years old to help my grandparents who stayed in Mexico. I don't know what I would do if my dad was taken away from me. He is my world and is a good dad. He always looks after us and he keeps us safe, even my dog agrees. I am asking you to please don't separate mine or anyone's family because we will all be very sad and depressed. This bill will destroy my family. If it was your family, you wouldn't like to be separated from your family either. My dad isn't an alien. He is a human being, and he should be treated like one too. So I'm asking you to please stop as before.
I think your dad would be very proud of you right now. You did a very good job. Okay. Who's next?
My name is Marlene Diaz, and I am against SB4. I am a citizen of the USA, and I'm here to represent me and the millions of children like me that have undocumented family. Thank you for having me. I study at the school Raúl Yasaquiras, where I am recently a 5th grader. I am 10 years old. All throughout my life, I have learned education necessary to thrive and survive.
Can we keep going?
I give my best on everything to thrive beyond and survive with my treatment of anxiety and migraine depression. And here's the proof. You know, SB4 is here by Governor Abbott. SB4 is a powerful tool for being able to deport my parents and other undocumented people who have families that are needed to be taken care of. Maybe I might not get deported, but if my parents are deported, I feel like they're deporting me too. As a daughter that relies a lot on mom and dad, I can't let this happen. That is why I'm here to be against of SB4. Look in my eyes. Do you think I deserve to be deported to a place where there is loss of treatments and education? No. So with the presence of nonviolent ways, I am here to represent every single family that is unfortunate. Please vote against SB4. It will greatly affect every single one of us, including myself. Thank you.
Good job, young lady.
I think you did great. You need to go back and tell your teacher what you did. When I was 10 years old, it never would have crossed my mind to come and do what you've done tonight. So good for you. The chair is going to withdraw committee amendment number 1, and the chair withdraws committee amendment number 2. The chair withdraws the committee substitute to Senate Bill 4. It's the chair's intent to leave Senate Bill 4 pending. And with that, members, the Committee on State Affairs stand adjourned, subject to call the chair.